Good morning, boys and girls. You are here on a very important day because this is my debut. It's my debut as the talk show host, and the station is IAP. I am Penny. I will be interviewing our retired United Methodist pastors, and I have for them 2 questions. The first, what is, just a minute, I can't remember. The first is, tell your favorite Bible story, and the second is, tell why. Okay, got that? Now, at the end of the summer, you're going to be quizzed. You're going to be asked to remember the names of each retired pastor who speaks, and also the Bible story that was his or her favorite. Are you up for the task? Okay. Mr. Lord, do I start? Where's that clicker thing?
Right behind you, Penny, on the steps.
Oh, that's the microphone. Is that, I mean that one that goes snap like that.
That's in my basement.
Will you bring it next? No, bring it 2 Sundays from now, okay?
Okay.
All right, we need that. All right, boys and girls, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our first guest of Penny's talk show, Reverend Mr. David Bell. Give him a hand. Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Good morning, Penny.
You're very brave to be the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
Penny, can you give him the microphone?
Oh, I forgot. I'm new. This is my first day. Yeah. Here's your microphone, and you can hold it.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Now, I'm going to tell you one thing right at the get-go. If you're very short, if you're very brief, people are going to love it. If you're not, I'm going to get the complaints. So, since you're first, I want you to set a precedent, and I want you to be very crisp. Okay?
Gee, and I prepared for 3 weeks.
Okay, let's begin. Now, I had 2 questions. Do you remember them?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
Oh. What's my favorite Bible story? And that's a hard one to answer because there's so many good ones.
I know, but you have to be quick.
At the top of the list is the story of the prodigal son.
Now, I don't know what prodigal means, and I don't think the kids do. Can you tell us that first?
Well, maybe we could recap it. I was
Okay.
going to ask you if you remembered that one, but it's a story about a boy who decided he wanted to leave home with his share of the wealth. If his father died, he would get something, so he wanted it early so he could go. And he went. And he wasn't very smart. He spent it all very quickly. And there was a famine, and he didn't have anything to eat, so he finally decided he better go home and be a hired servant. And when he got almost to home, what happened? His father came running out to meet him and welcomed him and asked for a robe and set up a party and had a good time welcoming home again.
Wow. Because I would have been in trouble with my mom if I had done that.
Yeah, you might have. Yes, you might. Yes.
Why is that your favorite?
Well, it reminds me, I think, of God's love for us. Jesus told the story to help us understand how God cares about us. Not depends on what we do or what we don't do, but on the fact that He created us. He loves us all the time, forever.
I like
So, it's special for me because I was born some 83 years ago, back in 32.
Wow.
So that's a long time ago.
You look great.
I feel great too. It's amazing. I thank God for that. But when I was born in 32, it was a hard time for people. And my birth mother referred to me as the last of the litter.
That wasn't very nice.
No, but it must have meant that there were a lot of kids in the family.
How many kids?
I don't know, just a lot.
You don't know how many kids in your family?
No, I don't know anything about that family.
I don't know about
'Cause
mine either.
I was a little boy at that point, so I didn't remember much.
Wow.
Anyway, I think she did a very loving thing for me, knowing that she probably didn't have enough food to take care of me, along with the rest of the family. She allowed me to be adopted. And I thought that was a very loving, kind thing.
That
Not-
was loving.
Not that I earned it or anything, but she gave that to me. And then there was another family. I brought along a picture that shows me, that little kid down there.
Cute.
Oh, you're going to pass it around. All right. That little kid that's sitting in the front row, that's me. In front of a big sister who was adopted 12 years before that. And then a wonderful couple whom I call Mom and Dad. And they cared for me. And you can see how small I was. I didn't earn anything because of the way I lived. They loved me because of me. And those two things particularly remind me of this story of the father. You know, when the boy came back home, father didn't ask him a ton of questions like, where you been, what did you do, why did you do it, and all those things like we often want to ask.
Well, did you do anything naughty like he did?
Not in that age, I did. Of course, I might have messed my pants a lot. Anyway, it makes me remember how much God loves us and cares for us. And because God cares for us, that makes me feel good. And it makes me more confident in who I am. And therefore, I'm more ready to help other people, even when they don't look like me or they don't act like me. I can still accept them as God's children.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you so much, Reverend Bell. And remember, Reverend David Bell, the prodigal son. You did a beautiful job. And now the children can go to their classes.